What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we have a big box to unbox here in the channel. You guys know how I like to do these type of videos. I like to share my reactions, first impressions on the knives and gear that I unbox here in the channel. This one's coming through me from JD for EDC. Check out his channel if you're not already subscribed. I believe this might be part of the Lefty EDC knife pass around. So check out Lefty's channel as well if you're not already subscribed. Doing the honors today, we have the QSP Capybara, right? I just unboxed this one here recently. It is a premium frame lock from QSP. We got titanium and red, white, and blue carbon fiber accents going on throughout it. M390 hollow ground blade, and this one is just pure savagery. Now, keep in mind, this knife and every other knife, including the ones in the box, will be linked down below. Of course, it does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. Now, this is a slightly bigger box, so I'm thinking there might be maybe one, maybe two, maybe more knives in here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do a cut right there. Let's put the password in, get into this box, shall we? And so let's see, a couple more cuts. The Capybara putting in work. Sometimes when I'm doing these unboxing videos, you know, I kind of forget which way the box opens, but hopefully I'm not very far off. It's definitely upside down now. Here we go. Bam. And boom. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Again, check out JD for EDC if you haven't already. If you're not already subscribed, he makes great knife and EDC content. And we have an Orion knives, and every other time in the past when I have unboxed a nice pouch here with Orion knives, that just tells me there might be more than one knife in here. So let's take a look, right? Let's let the camera focus here. Definitely feels like more than one knife. So here we go. You guys are in for a real treat. All right, look at that. Not one, right? Not one, not two, but we got 3 knives in here. Some of these are some straight up bangers. So let's go ahead and start with, whoa, this is a large one right there. Start with this guy. All right, here we go. Start with this little guy. This one reminds me of another one that I recently checked out. So this one is from Kizer. I want to say it has Kizer sort of micarta feel to it, right? It reminds me a lot of the QSP variant that I checked out. I know it is a Lindquist, Jacob Lindquist, if I'm not completely messing that up. The same design in a way. I believe it's called the Vanish right here on Kizer. It is a button lock front flipper. We got the hole for reverse flick and thumb deployment. This might be the best combination yet. I think the one I checked out was a frame lock. So definitely check that one out here at the unboxing in the channel if you haven't already. But without further ado, you got my micarta exposed liners, all blacked out, black hardware going on, reversible deep pocket carry clip. All right, let's get this thing open here, shall we? Bam. All right, so it is definitely a smaller version of the QSP variant, right? Definitely feels a little bit smaller on the hand. Not that any of them are actually big knives in any way, shape, or form. And so that button lock feels really good. Let me see, drop a shot action. Yes. Now the blade might not be very heavy given how small it is, but if you give it the right amount of swing, it's going to be drop shot. And the ball bearings certainly help there a lot. All right, let's test that front flipper. Bam. I just want a mean front flipper. I'm able to build a lot of pressure and fire that front flipper right there like the way it was intended. Holy smokes. And does it, whoops, and does it feel satisfying, to say the least. So that's 2 deployment options. Of course, you can Spidey flick. Whoops, what's going on here? Spidey flick, there we go. I want to say, of course, there's no detent here. On the lock bar version, there is detent because it was, you know, a proper detent on the lock bar. Here, the plunge grind button lock, which is what we have going on here, is working as a detent. So it's not the most stiff detent, so you have to keep that in mind. So that way you don't flick prematurely. And so there's that, and thumb deployment works really good as well, right? So as long as you remember that there's no detent, you know, just like any button lock, the plunge lock there is working as the detent, you should be okay. So yeah, very, very functional, Warncliffe looking blade, just like the QSP variant. And I know I keep saying that because it's his design. You can see the design language there. I believe this one started as a custom, and then he licensed it to QSP as well as Kizer, it looks like. This particular one is on 154 cm steel. Let me give you a close-up right there. Black wash blade. We got the Jacob Lundquist logo right on the blade there as well. Again, called the Banish, right, as a model here on Kizer's lineup. Love Kizer's black micarta because this one ages really good. It looks nice and sort of like on the whiter side, where this is their black micarta. So the more you use it, the darker it gets, right, which feels nice. Pocket clip also very comfortable and reversible with countersunk screws. That is certainly the way to go, and pretty deep pocket carry for this size of knife. When I say this is definitely going to make a great fifth pocket EDC knife, I can already see that. And again, here is Kizer doing what they do best. No excuses, big hardware. TA all around on this bad boy. Even as small of a knife as this is, okay, I guess the pocket clip does have T6, but that's more forgettable, right? Given the body screws are T6. So depending if you're a lefty, you might switch the pocket clip once. If you're a righty, you're always going to leave it on the right side. So you're really not going to mess up with the pocket clips all that much unless you're changing the scales. But yes, love to see T8 on the body screws. Boom. Man, the action on that front flipper, that's the way to go. That's money right there. I want to give that one the highest ranking, I guess, as far as deployment goes. Followed by maybe the button lock itself using the button. Then the reverse flick, and then the thumb stud. All right, so that feels good. Check out the nice centering right there. Looks good. And yeah, let's do some size comparisons, because did I mention this is going to be a smaller knife? So here we have the Vosteed Corgi Pup, and that's going to be a tad bit bigger, right? Not by a heck of a lot. Here is the Vosteed Labrador Mini. That one's going to be a tad bit bigger as well. So that Vanish, right? Gotta keep remembering that is the model name, Vanish, is actually a little bit smaller, right? Really on the small side, right? Let me check out two more. Here's the Divo Knives NIP, so very comparable to the NIP there. And then last but not least, on the smaller side of things, here's the Vosteed Chipmunk. So coming in even a tiny bit bigger. But yeah, definitely on the small to mini size, no doubt. So if we were to compare it to some of the bigger knives here on the channel, of course, it's going to be a night and day difference. Let's just do that for giggles. Here's the PM2, right, looking like the Titanic. Even the Para 3 looks huge next to the Banish, no doubt. Demko AD 20.5, right, the usuals here on the channel. The Shark Cub, right, all look pretty huge in comparison. Civivi Sentinel Strike and the Vision FG are looking pretty big. And last but not least, here's the CJRB Pyrite and the Raccoon, right? So again, I know these knives are obviously bigger. I could they definitely make 1.5 times what the Banish is. But again, these are popular EDC knives that you are, as a viewer, more than likely to own already, depending on where in your EDC journey you are. Again, any of those knives, if you're barely getting started, all of them are highly recommendable. Can't go wrong with either of them. So yeah, ergonomically, it feels pretty good, right? I'm pretty sure because of the size, you're going to want to forward choke as much as possible. So putting your middle finger in this sort of squarish section is going to be the way to go. And then, you know, just kind of being aware of where the corner of the edge is also going to be a good way to go right there. I can see this knife being very popular also in areas where there are limitations to your blade length as a whole, right? How long of a blade can you have? I believe this one is definitely on the shorter side of things. Of course, I'm over here dropping stuff because why not? Don't know where my tape measurement went on vacation, but I have my caliper here. So with this very fancy upside down measurement that I'm doing, which is totally accurate, is going to be around 2.12. So maybe a tad bit over 2 inches, or maybe just 2 inches, period. I mean, let's just call it what it is. That is 2 inches right there. So yeah, a very small blade length. This is perfect for utility cuts, drug cuts, right? Pinch grip package opener, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this thing is going to put in work, makes a great secondary and fifth pocket carry. I can already see that. So let's just do our customary scientific cutting test, which consists of cutting some paper, and then we're going to cut some cardboard. Ooh, yes. It is going through that paper like nobody's business. Let's get some full slices. Bam. All right, the Banish is not messing around, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. What? Now, keep in mind, this is not a brand new knife. It has already been making its round through the lefty knife pass around. So, yeah, certainly it's still holding a pretty good edge, to say the least. How would it do with cardboard? I have a single wall piece of cardboard here to share with you guys. And remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle. And so it's going to look something like this. I purposely chose a smaller piece of cardboard because it is a smaller knife, right? You're probably not going to be doing 50 to 100 rounds of cardboard cutting with this tiny of an EDC knife. So probably going to want a bigger knife, more comfortable on the hand. But can it cut cardboard? Yes. All day, every day, right? It's a small but mighty EDC, without a doubt. Ooh. Just going through that cardboard like nobody's business. Flat grind, putting in work, super sharp edge. Yes, certainly a very sharp one, to say the least. You guys rate it on the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. Of course, 10 being the sharpest. Let me know. But there you have it, guys. That is the Kizer Banish. Very, very popular design, right? I'm glad that Kizer has licensed their own version of it on this small, sort of minimalist EDC form factor of a knife here. I'm excited to carry this one more than likely as a secondary to whatever else I'm carrying for the day. And I love that it has so many deployment options too, right? It definitely makes a very fidgety EDC knife. Ooh, even reach around. I think so, although it kind of smacks me in the, there it is. Now I'm doing it right. It was hitting me back on the index finger, but there it is. It definitely can do that too. All right, so Jacob Lundquist doing it once again, one of his very iconic designs. And I believe there might be more of Jacob Lundquist designs coming up here on some of the other knives. But let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you want to know for the review video? Of course, this was just an unboxing and first impressions video. This was not a review video in any way, shape, or form. Just wanted to sort of share my first impressions with you guys, you know, what I think of the knife so far out of the box. And I will be carrying this guy for about a week or so, maybe a little bit longer. Try to gather as much feedback as I possibly can before sending it back. And I will be dropping that comprehensive review video here in the channel very soon. So definitely hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe, because I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. I make knife and EDC content like this on an ongoing basis. You will not want to miss out. And if you want to support the channel a step further, there's a link for Patreon in the description, or you can simply support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. Check out the video on the Vosteed Corgi Pup if you haven't already. I'll put a card right there to your left. Or check out the unboxing video on the mini Labrador, right? All small form factor EDCs. I'll put a video card on that one on the right side. Check them out. If you haven't already, guys, if you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all your love and support. I appreciate you hanging out with me here until the last few seconds. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I may catch you guys on the next video. Peace.